Hey everybody, it's Casey Williams. Imagine if General Motors took a custom Cadillac limousine, took a Chevy Tahoe, and took the whole mess and sent it over to Team Corvette. Imagine what they come up with. It'd be something like this, the 2025 Cadillac Escalade-V. Let's go have a look at it. Those of you who follow Cadillac know the V models are the most special Cadillacs, the high-performance versions. And we'll talk about the powertrain and some of the goodies under the skin in just a minute. But you can tell by even looking at this one that there's something special about it. Of course, Cadillac did some updates for 2025 on the Escalade. You'll see the vertical headlamps here. They used to be more horizontal up here on top. These are the driving lamps. So it ties it more to their other EVs like the Lyriq and the Cadillac Escalade IQ. But for V duty, I really like the front of it. You got the black grille, the black lower fascia. If that shows up in your rearview mirror, you're on the highway, you're going to move out of its way. And you probably should. But come around the side. I also like the red paint. I think it looks really nice on it. It looks very sporty. 24-inch black wheels. Huge. We'll put them down a little bit, but there's power running boards that allow you to get in very easily. Big V logo. I liked all the blackout trim. Just looks a little bit sinister. Definitely looks sporty. Come around the back. I really like the smoked out look. Being a full-size GM SUV, there's a lot of functionality in the back of the Escalade too. So I like the fact that you can just open the top glass. Very kind of old school General Motors. You used to be able to roll down the glass back in the old days. So you can put things in this way, or you can't open the entire hatch, power of course. So pretty easy to get into it. With the third row seats up, not a lot of space. This is the short wheelbase. You can get the extended version as well. But with short wheelbase, not a lot of space back here. But that's easily fixed. One button, left side goes down, split fold, and I can also power down the other side too if I want to. So pretty easy there. You've got a household style power plug back here and plenty of space. Well, this Escalade has the executive package in the back, and I really like that. If you're going to get in the back here, ride cross country, you're going to be very, very comfortable. I mean, I've been in private jets that are not quite as comfortable as this. It's got everything you need. I like the console. It's got the flybridge console, so you have storage down beneath. Two phones here, phone chargers right here in the console. You've got your own screen, so you can control the seats. Heat, ventilated, and massaging here in the second row. USBs here as well. And they also have the screens. And you can connect to YouTube, Tubi, and several other services as well. So you can watch videos back here, you can connect. You've also got Wi-Fi here in the vehicle, so you can get on your laptop if you want to, and do pretty much everything from the backseat of this car that you can do from your own living room at home. Well, in this Escalade, the back seats really aren't the cheap seats. They're actually very nice. But I want to be in the front. That's really where things are happening. And you can see the biggest change for 2025 in the Escalade is the new 53-inch wraparound screen. And it does kind of echo what some of its competitors are doing as well. And being honest, Cadillac had one of the biggest screens in the Escalade anyway. It was already out to here, nice curved glass. But this is a whole different level, and I do like most of it. So I've got Apple CarPlay on now, up on the screen, easy access to my phone, music, maps, everything I want. Wireless CarPlay, you got wireless Android Auto as well, and wireless charging here in the console. On the right side of the screen, you've got access to YouTube, Hulu, Tubi. You connect there. Let's connect your rear screens into it. Here in front of me, flat screen gauge cluster. You can reconfigure this. I've got with the tachometer, but you can have different systems as well. You also decide if you want navigation here, audio, what you want in this screen. So lots of different options here. Up above, we have a head-up display that's out over the front of the vehicle. It shows safety systems. It shows navigation as well. So lots of nice equipment here. Smaller screen down below to control basically the seating and climate control. These seats in the front, like in the back, are heated, ventilated, and have massagers in them, different functions. Very nice. But this is, top end of the Escalade lineup, and you should expect it to have a lot of top end features. It does. Everything here is suede, microfiber. I love the seats. It's felt, very high quality seats, high quality leather, carbon fiber. Pretty much everywhere you look and touch, it's carbon fiber. This has a 40 speaker AKG audio system. It sounds absolutely stellar. You can just absolutely crank it up. Of course, the twin panel sunroof up above. I don't even notice there's speakers in my headrest. Speakers absolutely everywhere. Nice thick leather wrapped steering wheel. Another feature this vehicle has, and we'll hopefully show you in a minute. This does have their Super Cruise hands-off driving system. So on approved roads, it'll give you a logo that you know that you can lift off the wheel and then sit here hands-free, and it'll pretty much steer and control itself. There's a sensor here watching me, watching the road, making sure I'm paying attention. but it's a very nice feature. I'm also noticing there's a heated leather wrapped steering wheel here too, so it's again all the luxury you'd want is in this vehicle. So I really like most of the Escalade V. I like driving, I like the engine, I like the interior, I like what they've done with the interior. But there are some things I think they could work on for improvement. Um, One of their key competitors also has a nice wraparound screen, but it's back, it's underneath the windshield, and honestly, I think it's a little bit easier to use. You don't have to use a touchscreen here; you can use a touchscreen here. So I think some of this it works all right once you figure it out. It's good enough. And there's also a dial to control it too. But I think dials are kind of a pain in the butt. So I think there's a little more finessing to do on the infotainment system. But once you're in the vehicle for about 10 minutes, you kind of got it all mastered, and there's a nice functionality in it. Some other things that I don't completely love. So you can see now I've got the main screen up there, and I haven't yet figured out how to turn it off. If I turn on the turn signal, I get that. And like a lot of you, you don't want to be going through your music files and configuring CarPlay and other functions while you're going down the road. That's not the best idea. So I tend to stop at stoplights and then I'm changing music and changing folders. And pretty hard to do when that's on your screen when you're at a stoplight. So it's kind of, I mean, it's nice to have a blind spot camera and I like that, but I really wish it wouldn't interrupt the main infotainment screen. And I kind of like that this would be your secondary infotainment screen down below, and that work a little bit better. One other thing I think that Cadillac needs to work on, again, this is, we'll tell you the price in a minute, but it's quite an expensive vehicle. And if you look at the competitors, if you go to their website, look at Mercedes, look at Range Rover, look at some of those, I mean, you can pretty much have any color, in the kaleidoscope for the vehicle on the outside. You can customize it. Interior, lots and lots of options. And I looked at one of the Mercedes that are in the same price range, and there's probably about 30 exterior colors on the site, 20 interior combinations. You can choose different woods and metals and stuff. So a lot of configuration there. If I go look at the Escalade, I think there was five exterior colors and two interior colors. So again, I think customers want a little more option to customize the vehicle. And the good news is the Cadillac, the new Celestiq, their new $300,000 plus electric car, you can do mass customization with that vehicle. You can go to the design studio in Michigan and you can do pretty much anything you want to do with that car. And what I really hope they do is they take the Escalade and bring it into that program somehow. I know this vehicle, a lot of it's shared, the assembly plant is shared with the Chevy Tahoe and the GMC Yukon, so there's some limitations as well. But I think Cadillac really needs to take this vehicle and even step it up further where they have. For a lot of years, I'd drive a Cadillac Escalade and I'd see a price tag on it, something close to $100,000. And I'd think, it's a very nice vehicle at $100,000. In fact, it's been the best selling full size luxury SUV for over a decade. But then I always thought, General Motors had so much inside its arsenal what it could do with this vehicle. They had the biggest box in the business. The opportunity to put an executive seating package in it and screens, and then maybe use some Corvette technology and beef up the suspension, make it a little more active, and put a supercharged V8 in it, and really make a true V version of it. And they have finally done it. And I think they've done it really well. This is a vehicle that finally gives customers the things they might get in a Range Rover, but do it in a very Cadillac, very General Motors kind of way. And I think it all just works really well together. So let's talk about price, because it is not cheap. So the Escalade starts just over $88,000 base model. This one, all in, $170,715. But again, if you go compare this to a Mercedes G-Wagon, a Range Rover, it's right there in that same price category. Well, next week, another fun car. Until then, storm forward.